Koala back here with another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to be making a house in Roblox Studio. So basically I'm going to go through all the steps that you need to go through, and well, here we go. So first you're going to get a part. You're going to select block, and here's your block. So you can have that right here. I'm just going to move it right there, and now you go, make sure it's anchored right there. Okay, now you go scale, get it to the right size that you want it. Just sorted the video, I'm going to select there, make it a bit longer to right there. Let's see, there, that's, yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a good portion for the house. Let's see. So where we're going to have the door, you're going to want it there. But first, since it's the bottom part of the house, you go select the colour. For the bottom, we're going to select a lighty, I'm going to tell you what, we're going to select a dark grey, just for now. And to make sure it hasn't got a big texture bit, we're going to select smooth plastic, just because today we're going to be building in low poly. So here we go, we've got that. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to get another blocking right there. Now this is going to be the walls, so we're going to select that. We go a nice bright colour, yeah, light blue. Right, so now we're going to make sure it's right in place. So to do it precisely, you're going to use the move tool, which is located right up here, to get it right in the corner. See, that's just slightly off a bit. There we go, it's perfect, that is. Now what we're going to do is select that, now scale. Now we're going to be selecting how tall we want it, so let's have it here, so it's got a bit of height. There we go. Now where do you want the door up to? You want the door up to here. It's perfect. Maybe just a little bit there. Then you go press, since I'm on Mac I do Command D, but what you could do is Control D. I do Command D, that's duplicated it, so you've now got the part there. And you can move that up there, it still keeps that part. So now we're going to make the top part there. And then do Command D or Control D, depends on what device you are. Oh, wait, let's make sure. Ooh, right there, that's good. It's not like symmetrical. I know people like symmetrical, but it's just for this video that you can always move things across a bit. Here. Look, you've already got the first part of your house. Now what you're gonna do is select that part here. Command D or Control D. Move that right here. And right there, that looks good. Now we're getting somewhere, but it's a bit dark. First, you can select here and go to the cast shadow spot right here if you're looking right there, and boom, it does that. But if you've got a day and night cycle, it's gonna create weird shadows. Like say if I select here and put cast no shadow, it makes it, as you can see, a bit dark here, but it just looks a bit off because there's got the shading, but here there's none, so you're not going to do that. A better way is do it naturally, so you're going to have cast shadow on. Now you're going to do is Command D, and you go move. So first you go move this to there, Command D, right here, right there, and you go move, Command D or Control D. Right there. That's perfect. So fill that part there. And here we go. First, before we check it out, make sure it's perfect size. Go and make sure it's all anchored so you can do all of that. Okay, now we're going to give it a little try. We're going to try it out. And it looks good. But you can walk through the window, so we're going to change that now. So, you're probably wondering, how do we put a window there? And if you're a bit new to building, you're probably going to struggle with how to work out to do a window. So basically, you're going to create a new part. So we're going to do block. Right there. Now we're going to move it. Not the best at this, but okay. Now we're going to make sure it'll fit. Just slightly like there, because this is going to be the window. We're going to anchor it, make sure you've anchored it. Now, you're going to want to select glass. Okay, now we go. Now, you're going to make sure you fill here, right up there. You don't want it to get back. And go like, that's all right, look. But it goes like that, and you probably go wonder, how do you get where you can see through? Oh, you're going to go to properties if you haven't, or what you're going to do is go there, go to view, click on properties, also click on explorer. So there's explore and there's properties. Make sure you've got properties on. Okay, now you're going to want to go to properties bit here. Once you've got here selected, go to transparency, and look, you can either have it really see-through or just slightly there, so you see it there. That looks nice. You can have it how clear you want, and look, you've got a nice window right here. And let's try it out, have a see what it looks like in game. And look, we got a window and you can't go through it. Try to look, there's no way you can get through the window, but you still get to see light through it. And you can also see through window parts, so that you can always look through a window. If you've got a nice landscape, that'll look amazing. Okay, now we go move on to the rest of the house. So now we've got the window right there. We go select this part, and scale, Command D or Control D, depends on what device. We're going to have a wall here. This will just be a blank wall today. This one's going to be blank. Okay, just get that right. Maybe a bit thinner so it doesn't take up too much space of the house. Because remember, you want to have a bit of a good space. And if you're really lazy and you had no window there, you could select that, copy it, and then just move it there. Like, do something a bit like this. So Command D or Control D, and look, you can just move it to the other side. So say, okay, have it as a wall right here, and look, you've got a wall, but we're not going to do that here. Here we're going to select another plain wall. So you're going to get a new part, anchor it, and also make sure it's smooth plastic, because this is low poly, the type that we're using. It's low poly building, this style. go. Now you're going to want to get to scale it. Oh my gosh, what have I just done? That? Oh my god. Command D, you do Control D. Sorry. Okay. Okay. It's a bit off by the wall, but that's fine, we can fix that. And there we go. We've got that wall. Maybe make it a bit thinner so we've got a bit more room in the building. Because you've got a nice spacious house. Okay, now there's the first part. Oh, look nice. But say you want walls inside, you'll go, oh, how am I going to do that? Simple. You do Command D or Control D. And you go, well, go there. So first we're going to create a hall. So you just move that here. Maybe a bit thinner. Then Command D again. Move it up. Move it here. And then Command D or Control D. Right. Just maybe have this one out a little bit more. Always, if you're lazy like me, you can just move that a bit more forwards. It's a bit off here, but that's fine. Look, you can just alter it right there. And there we go. There's the first wall. Let's give it a try. And we go, I'll close that just so you can see it bigger. And look, here we go so far. And look, you've got a nice wall. Of course, you can make it different size. So we'll just alter that a bit. It's a bit tall, the door. But it's okay, you can alter it, you can change it. Now we're going to add another ring to it. So go on stop, and here, so you want a nice lounge. Well, we're just going to make a lounge under kitchen. Command D, Control D. Right there. Command D, Control D. Command D, Control D. Right there. So if it's overlapping. And look, you've got a lounge. Of course. What should I do? Shall I show you how to make furniture? Yeah, I could quickly show you a sofa. Okay. So now we've made that, I'll just show a quick sofa because it's not what I was going to do, but in the house you're going to need a sofa. We're going to have it a bit pinky to make it bright, and you're going to, because textures will overlap. We'll go here, select the size, Command D, Control D. This is just a quick little sofa. Of course you could make a much nicer one now. And here's a quick sofa, but you go sit on it. So you go click here, insert, and you go type seat, not vehicle, seat. You go create seat. And you've got a seat, so you go move that up there, and you go transparency, rotate it that way, or move it just one. So for this one, it's going to be in the center. Of course, you have multiple ones. And let's give it a try. Might have to rotate the seat part, like I've made its own facing the other way, but let's give it a try. Oh, I forgot to anchor it. Let me show you what it's like with anchoring. Go there, make sure it's anchored. Because trust me, if something's unanchored, it's just going to annoy you. Like, you've made a game, you publish it, and you just notice something's unanchored, it's really annoying. Look, now you've got a nice view of a base plate, okay? Of course you'll have a nice scenery, but yeah, you've got a nice, good house. And the problem is, if it's going to rain, you're going to get wet whilst you're sitting watching outside through the window, you're just going to get wet. So here's how you're going to make a roof now. So go here, select wedge, go get that right up here. Then you go anchor it, make sure it's anchored. For roof, we're going to have a black roof, just so it look posh. We're going to have a nice posh slate roof it's going to be. Now we go on move this. There you go. Looking nice, looking tidy. Now you go move here a bit. Now scale, we go roughly move it to there. It's not exactly the center, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so you go there. You go move that. Oops, it's at angle. We can rotate that, so we're gonna have to rotate it again. For some time. Sorry if you hear my chicken in the background. Now here we are. We've got this first part right here of the roof. Of course, you're gonna want to make it a bit more steeper there, so the rain can actually slide off, so it actually works. And go rotate it. And then you're gonna want to move it right there. Of course, it goes off the edge because didn't exactly put it in the middle, but here we go. We're gonna move it right there, and ta-da! Apart from that's gonna make all dark. Of course, you can do the trick that I taught you, where you do cast shadow off, and you also do cast shadow off. We'll show you what it looks like. And look, you've got a nice house. And here you go. There's your basic, simple house. Of course, you can make it much better, and you can add more detail. Maybe put a little rug right here, a carpet. You could put on a nice ceiling, maybe put in the kitchen here. You could put up some lights, you can have a nice garden. You can even make it bigger, taller, smaller. But here's the basic, easy, simple way to make a nice, comfortable, lovely house. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, I suggest you subscribe and like. If you want to see more of this, then definitely subscribe. If you want to learn more about this stuff, you can like, and it will give support, okay? Well, I'll see you for today's video, and this is me saying goodbye.